Okay, we're gonna make a dish called Two-Minute Calamari, Sicilian Lifeguard Style. You're cranking it up to 11.
No, if you want, we go back to 9.
No, I like 11. I like high heat.
Cheers.
Cheers. The Italian toast is chin-chin, and the toast
Chin
is,
chin.
you can build it as high as you want,
Okay.
but you build it from our dirt. Cheers.
Cheers. Very nice wine. I'm sure it goes well with that.
Well, let's find out.
This is
Delicious, right?
Yeah, I was excited to have Mario. I know Mario for a long time. He seems to have it together and he's very successful. Many people who are successful and are thankful and don't take the success for granted want to give back in a sense. You're also very involved with charity and raising money for children.
There's 1,000 requests for stuff to do all the time. My collective give over 1 year was $1.5 million. It raised that much money, not all at once, in different places and different things. What I realized, though, that there was no focus. When people say, well, what do you support? I'm like, whoever asked me. So I started to think, well, what would be important to me? What's the most important thing? And it's children, innocence.
Yes.
So children's disease research, children's hunger relief, and literacy guarantee.
Not too many people think about that.
Well, a lot of people now in our time, in the 21st century, don't read very much. They read 140 characters. They read a tweet. They read something on the internet. Keep in mind, those who can read and don't have no advantage over those who cannot. Mark Twain, I didn't make that up.
I know Mario for a long time. As we all know, he's super smart. At the end of the day, I think we have the same motivation.
Eric and I discussing anything from philanthropy to fish strategy is where you find where I'm really at.
You're one of the ambassadors of Food Bank. What is a food bank?
Well, Food Bank for New York creates about 400,000 meals a day in New York City, 5 boroughs. Then what I've helped build is something called the Cook Shop, which is a program that teaches children how to make the right decisions when they're shopping in a food pantry and how to understand that some food is better than others for you nutritionally.
Children not knowing when they're going to have their next meal. We cannot accept that. Well, Mario is very involved with Food Bank. I'm very involved with City Harvest. And I think Mario is very emotional about that, exactly the same way that I am. So you really give back a lot.
Yeah, I don't like to think of it as giving back. I like to think of it as just giving. Fundamentally, you don't have to take anything to really understand that you should give.
Lately, you went on food stamp, diet.
Food stamp challenge.
Or you wanted to make a point? What?
At our big event in April, I challenged everyone in the room to try to understand what food stamps is. It's like a credit card. What I wanted to do was raise awareness that they were trying to cut a certain amount. And I mean, $40 billion is a lot of money. The issue is $31 a week per human being in your house is what a food stamp is. That they were going to cut it from something that was already bare bones is a problem, in my opinion. The reason that I did the food stamp challenge was to raise awareness. It was for us and my family. We all went on it.
The entire family?
The whole family.
The kids too?
The kids too.
So you had $125
Exactly.
a week.
There's no question you can live. You may not thrive, but you can definitely survive. We ate okay. And what it meant, you couldn't stop and get a slice of pizza or an ice cream on the way home from school or get an iced tea. You could not have a cappuccino at all. A cappuccino was 2/3 of your day. So hunger awareness is really understanding hunger. Most people don't realize that 1 in 7 in New York rely on some kind of a food bank.
1.5 million New Yorkers live under poverty level.
Exactly.
You're pretty involved with politics.
Right.
Obviously.
Which may be detrimental to my business. Every time you raise your head and talk about it, some people say, oh, you shouldn't have said that. I'm never coming to your restaurant again. I'm like, dude, I'm making you dinner. You don't have to move in with me, and you're certainly not voting for me. But I'm not a politician. I'm about food. I'm about responsibility. I'm about children. I'm about hunger relief.
What pisses you off, really?
Bullies on the playground. It's people that misuse their influence or their power or their situation to bully over someone who couldn't protect themselves.
So when you see Gordon Ramsay doing a show, Hell's Kitchen, how do you react to that? I'm pissed off at that.
Right, I know, but now you realize he's just playing a role. He's a TV guy. It's like playing the bad guy in Macbeth. Like, that's just the role he's got. I don't think he's like that, honestly. That's my bet.
No comment.
No comment, all right, good. More calamari.
Yes, actually it's delicious.
Thank you.
You have so many success in your life. Is it any failure that you learn a lesson from?
Failure's a word, though, that doesn't really enter into my vocabulary. There are things that are less successful.
I like that.
When you fall forward on your face, you are moving forward.
It's one thing we didn't talk about, is the music.
I love music.
You're passionate about music.
I play guitar, I'm trying to learn banjo, I played trombone when I was growing up. Banjo, I love the sound of that. American music.
From the South, right?
You mean?
Yes, you're better than me, yes. Yeah, okay.
And actually this year what I've done is I've tuned my banjo to be like a guitar because I'm having trouble with the picking, but I'm going to strum it.
Pretty good already.
No, I'm not good, but I can have a good time.
You can have a good time.
Yeah. Do you play music?
No, I don't play anything. I love music. My ear is very good, And then suddenly, if I touch an instrument, I suck.
It stops.
Yeah, but
That's very traditional, though.
My grandmother was a violinist, and my father, although he was a banker, played trumpet every night and every weekend in entertainment.
So you have music in you. Like cooking, like anything, as well stated by Gladwell in his Outliers, it takes years of practice to make it look effortless. When you watch an Italian do a kiss and throw their coat over their shoulder like that, it took them 1,000 million tries at the house to throw it over just like that. Now they're badass. They're kissing someone at the train station. It took practice to get there.
You're friend with Bono,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And he's a good eater. I judge celebrities on 3 ways. If they are nice when they walk in the restaurant, if they eat what they order, and if they're nice to the busboys.
I don't like anyone who likes to abuse people who are serving.
Bullying.
Exactly, we go back to that. Listen, I'm very, very happy that you came here today.
Me too. This place is unbelievable.
It was delicious. Mario, cheers. I would say salute.
Chin chin.
Chin chin.
Actually, in the Babbo kitchen, we say it one way. It's at the end of the night. We're just finishing cooking our service, and we usually have quart containers in our hands filled with beer, and you go like that, and you go, chin chin, motherfuckers.
Chin chin, motherfucker.
Exactly.
Okay. Before you leave, we have to go sign the board. I mean,
That is such a work of art.
I mean, this is
I am
really cool.
stealing those people away, and that is my next cookbook idea. That is genius. This is so beautiful.
It's really cool, right?
Yeah. This makes me want to order this dish more than seeing a lot of bad kitchen photography.
It's true, too. You want to sign
I'd be delighted.
here? Okay, I'll go.
Nice. It's very Miro.
Thank you, Mario. So,
Ready?
hold on. Like that, like that.
Now you got the cheers, the chin chin, you got it all.
I learned a lot today. Thank you. I was expecting Mario to make a pasta or maybe a risotto.
I chose the 2-minute calamari more for the 2 minutes than anything else. The cooking takes our minds off of trying to be on camera and puts us in a place that we're familiar with. So that the dish didn't have to really get in the way was really the reason I chose that. You're cranking it up to 11.
If you want to go back to 9,
No, I like 11. I like 11.
Hey, listen.
I like high heat. All right, it took 2 hours, but we were chatting.
We ended up with Israeli couscous, which became like a pasta with that sauce that he made. And I really liked the calamari, the way he cooked it at the end.
This is delicious, right?
Yeah, it was a great recipe. A little bit of surprise, which is very good. At the end, I learned a couple of tricks from him again.
Eric and I discussing anything from philanthropy to fish strategy is where you find where I'm really at. When Jim Harrison came in, I went to meet him. When Bono comes in, I went to meet him. And he's a good eater. The format of just sitting across from someone in a desk and answering their questions often doesn't reveal exactly who you are. You get your hands doing something that they become so familiar with that your mind can kind of wander in a way that is a little less harnessed to the exact question. That's what a good interview is about.
I had a very happy day. The celebrity aspect of the chefs, yes, I mean, we take advantage of it, but it's not a bunch of groupies downstairs waiting and screaming. When I leave Le Bernardin at night, it's very rare that someone acknowledges me. Once a very old lady hugged me like that, and I still talk about it.
Do you ever wonder what it would be like to quit your job and live a life you've always dreamed of?
A bad day in the islands still beats a good day in the office.
Join me, Savannah Jane Buffett, as I head to St. Croix to meet Nate Olive, an expat from Atlanta who moved down here to follow his passion of running a sustainable farm in paradise. And in the meantime, met the woman of his dreams.
What really made me a Virgin Islander was when I married Shelley.
You're really living the expat dream.
Paradise, I believe, is like what you make of it. My advice to expats, don't live on a place, live in a place.
This is it, man. This is the life.